The entire community knows that that report was false. It was not true. And if we have sit back and fold our arms, we wouldn't be here today having this press briefing with you guys. So, with the courageous actions of our youths in the village, we went out to the street to show how angry we were to the police and to the government. We gave them series of demands, and those demands were met, and the police who were involved got arrested, and they were detained, and an investigation was launched. And during the process, we reached a stage whereby a coroner inquest was established to actually, find out the truth, what caused Omar Badjie's death. During the 6 or 7 month long waiting period, the community and the family were all at suspect because we never know what was going to be said in that report. But Alhamdulillah, when the report came out 2 weeks back, the report clearly stated that Omar Badjie lost his life because of the beating he received from the police. The very police who are supposed to protect him, he died in their hand. And as a community and as citizens of this country, it behoves each and every one of us to make sure that the recommendation given in the coroner inquest report is followed to the letter by the government. That's the only thing we are calling for. If you can give me 2 minutes, I can go through the report. The Office of His Lordship, the Chief Justice, the Honorable Hassan B. Jallow, wish to inform the general public that the Honorable Chief Justice has now received the report of Her Majesty Anna O. Mendy, Principal Magistrate and Coroner, into the death of Omar Badjie. It will be recalled that this sad event occurred on the 26th of September 2025, following the intervention of police officers at Mandinarim Village, West Coast Region, in the course of law enforcement operation. The coroner examined 12 witnesses, reviewed the post-mortem report on the deceased person, and visited the scene of the incident. The coroner verdict is that Omar Badjie died due to acute brain injury resulting from physical exertion, stress, and assault occasioned by the police officers in the course of their pursuit of the disease. The coroner has recommended that the matter be referred to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution for consideration of criminal proceeding against the police officers involved. This is the Chief Justice of the Gambia speaking here, right? His Lordship, the Honorable Chief Justice, having examined the record of the proceeding of the inquest pursuant to Section 10 of the Coroner's Act, is satisfied as to the correctness, legality, propriety of the findings and verdicts, and as to the regularity of the proceeding. His Lordship, the Honorable Chief Justice, has accordingly forwarded the record of proceeding of the inquest to the Honorable Attorney General and the Director of Public Prosecution. That is, the Chief Justice has handed over this proceeding or this finding to the Minister of Justice and the Director of Public Prosecution. The Office of the Chief Justice wishes to inform or wish to record its appreciation to the Honorable Anna O. Mendy, the Coroner, and to all the witnesses and all others who assisted in the inquiry. The Office of the Honorable Chief Justice looks forward to continued cooperation of all concerned to ensure the implementation of the recommendation of the Coroner. The key word there is the implementation of the recommendation of the Coroner. We are not in any way acting outside of the law here. So, for that being the case, the inquest concerned on the 9th of October 2025 and concluded on the 20th of April 2026. Since the release of that report on the 20th of April 2026, up to date, the 3rd of May 2026, neither the government of the Gambia nor the Gambia Police Force has made any official statement. This silence is deeply concerning. We see no reason why there should be silence over this this critical issue. We are talking about somebody's life, a life who was taken, which was taken at a very prime age. Come on, your Chief Justice, you are the one who appointed him. If they have any iota of respect for our cause, for our institution, 24 hours will not pass without them releasing a statement according to this thing. So, on the 26th September of 2025, Omar was tortured, humiliated, and killed by the very hands that were meant to protect him. Following his death, the Gambia Police Force released a statement claiming that Omar died during a hot pursuit, which is not true, because the coroner inquest report has established otherwise. This claim was immediately rejected by the people of Mandinari. We immediately rejected it. And this claim, in fact, pushed us to go to the street, saying that, okay, if you want to stick to this claim, Omar's life will just go in vain and nothing will come out of it. Everybody knows, even a 5-year-old child knows that this claim is not true. So that's what took us to the street on that very day. And it has once again been disproven by the findings of the coroner's inquest. The report clearly established that Omar Badjie suffered a brain injury which was caused by the beating he received from the Gambia Police Force. So, come on. You received this report as a government for 2 weeks. You fold your hands together. Your Minister of Justice never issued any statement. Your Minister of Interior never issued any statement. The police itself, who killed Omar, they never issued any statement. So, I gathered my people. I told them, you know what? It has been 2 weeks since this report has been issued. And neither the government, nor the police, nor the Minister of Justice has issued any statement. So we cannot continue sitting like that as a community, all right, folding our arms without doing anything. That's the more reason why we call this press conference. Following the events, on the same day he was killed, we gathered at the Mandinarim police station in solidarity with Omar's family. However, instead of engagement, the very day this thing happened, instead of the Gambia Police Force engage the community, but they decided to show what best they are good at, that is using brutal force against innocent citizens, the very citizens they are supposed to protect. All right? Instead of engagement, officers from the police intervention units were deployed. They fired rubber bullets and tear gas at us. Even the home of Omar Badjie was tear gas. 19 youths were arrested and some were severely beaten. During the process of arrest on the 27th of September 2025, we, the youths of Mandinari, organized a solidarity march for our brother. Once again, the full force of the police was unleashed on us. We did not break any law, yet we were tear gassed as if we were not humans. Right? Following this event, a high-powered delegation from the government of the Gambia visited the family of Omar Badjie. This delegation included the governor of the West Coast region, the district chief of Busumbala, officials from the Ministry of Interior, the youth advisor to the president, and religious leaders. They came to show solidarity and presented a cash amount to the family, though the amount was not disclosed to us. After the rejection of the police narrative, statements were released and the president addressed the nation on the issue. When we are later invited to the Ministry of Interior, I and my team, the minister assured us that the death of Omar Badjie will be thoroughly looked into and that the outcome will be treated justly according to law. Now that outcome is here. I'm reminding the minister of his statement that after the investigation, his death will be treated, with the utmost urgency it deserves. So now the coroner inquest is out. And we all know what is inside that report. Today, that process has been concluded. The coroner inquest report has not confirmed the cause of death, but has also recommended that the criminal prosecution be taken against the officers involved. This is the recommendation of the coroner's inquest, that criminal proceedings should be taken against those police officers who are involved. But 2 weeks today, we did not hear anything from the government in regards to their stand in this issue. We are therefore left with no choice but to present our demands clearly and publicly for everybody to know, including the government. Okay. Number one, immediate acknowledgement and apology from the Inspector General of Police to the family of Omar Badjie and the community of Mandinaring, and the Gambia government too should apologize to the family of Omar Badjie and the community of Mandinaring. Okay, so this demand is necessary because the institution that first issued a false account of Omar deaths, that is the Gambia Police Force, must now take responsibility as a respectable institution. If you give a report, or if you give a report which is false, and giving false report even in our laws is a criminal offense, you can be arrested for that. So you as the custodian of that law, you yourself gave false report to Gambians. Come back and rectify that report. Okay? The Gambia Police Force must take responsibility for correcting that narrative. And acknowledgement is not just a formality. It is an official recognition of wrongdoing. An apology to the family and the community is essential in restoring a minimum level of trust and dignity. Without this, I repeat, without this, the pain of the family remains dismissed, and the public is left without assurance that the truth is respected with the police institution. And the public is left without assurance that the truth is respected within the police institution. Furthermore, such an acknowledgement serves as an institutional record that the initial account given to the public was incorrect. If you give the public what is incorrect, come on, you should have that courage as an institution. Come back to the public and tell them, look, the initial report I gave you people is wrong, this is incorrect. The public will in fact respect you for that. Okay? Okay, it helps to prevent the normalization of misinformation. Let me repeat that. The Gambia Police Force coming out to rectify the false information they gave to the public. Okay? It will help to prevent the normalization of misinformation from the authorities and reinforce that public communication must be grounded in truth. It is also a necessary step in beginning and meaningful process of reconciliation between the people and the community of Mandinaring, whose trust has been severely damaged by both the incidents and the events that follow. Moreover, the government as the highest authority responsible for the protection of its citizens. Okay? For the protection of its citizens cannot remain silent. No serious government can remain silent after such a report has been issued. What this shows us that the government don't care. Even their own institution, even the report their own coroner gave, and what the Chief Justice gave, they don't care. That shows us that they don't even respect our institution. All right? This apology is important because the event that followed Omar's death, including the handling of the situation and the suffering of the community, fall under state responsibility. An apology would demonstrate recognition of the harm caused and affirm that the government stands with justice, not with silence. In addition, the government's earlier engagement with the family and the community, including visit by its delegation and the assurances given at the Ministry of Interior, places a further obligation on it to respond to the final outcome of the inquest. An apology will not only acknowledge the loss of life, but also the pain caused by the use of the force against grieving citizens, the arrest and the treatment of youths during that period. It is a step forward restoring confidence in governance and showing that the state does not distance itself from the consequences of actions carried out under its authority. Number two, this is a direct, immediate prosecution of the officers involved as recommended in the coroner's inquest. This is what the coroner inquest demanded. The officers involved, they should be prosecuted. All right? This is a direct call for the implementation of the law based on the findings of the inquest. The recommendation for prosecution is not optional. I repeat, it is not optional. All right? It is a legal step that must be taken to ensure accountability. Without prosecution, the entire inquest process loses its meaning. Justice cannot exist where findings are ignored. These findings are never going to be ignored. Wallahi, no matter what happens, we're going to put our life on the line for these findings to be implemented. We are ready. I, for one, am ready for anything for this cause. These findings are not going to be ignored. So if they know what is good for them, if they want to maintain the peace of this country, we are not violent people. And we are not doing this to intimidate anybody or to put the security of the state at risk. No. We are just trying to reinforce what the law has already been said. This is a recommendation from the Chief Justice Office, so it has to be implemented. Okay? Prosecution ensure that those found responsible are subjected to due process and that the rule of law is upheld. More importantly, prosecution sends a clear message to that no individual is above the law. All right? No individual is above the law, regardless of their position or uniform. It helps to deter further misconduct. It helps to deter future misconduct and reassure the public that legal processes are not merely symbolic. It also honors the time, effort, and credibility of the inquest proceedings by ensuring that its conclusion lead to tangible outcomes rather than being left unimplemented. All right? Number 3, immediate dismissal of the officers involved. Officers implicated in such a serious violation cannot continue to serve in position of authority while facing findings of this nature. Their continued presence within the force undermine public confidence and raise concern about institutional integrity. Dismissal is necessary to demonstrate that such actions are not tolerated and that the police force is committed to upholding discipline and accountability within its ranks. Additionally, allowing such officers to remain in service risks further eroding the already fragile relationship between law enforcement and the community of Mandinari. It creates fear among citizens and discourages cooperation with the police. Immediate dismissal is therefore not only a matter of internal discipline, but also a necessary step in protecting public confidence, maintaining order, and ensuring that the value expected of law enforcement officers are upheld without compromise. Now, these demands are to be met. The demands I've just mentioned, they are to be met in 7 days from today. Let me repeat that. These demands I've just mentioned, they are supposed to be met in 7 days by the government and the Gambia Police Force. From today, we want to make it clear that these demands are based entirely on the findings and recommendations of the coroner's inquest. We are not asking for anything outside of the law. Anything we are asking is within the law. We are asking for the implementation of what has already been established through due process. Come on. It does not need a rocket science to implement this. We also want to make it clear that what happened on the 26th and the 27th of September 2025, including the use of force against unarmed civilians, the tear gassing of a grieving community, the arrest of 19 youths, and the beating that occurred during those arrests remain part of this matter and cannot be ignored. We will continue to follow up this issue until there is clear response and visible action. All these demands are ought to be met within the stated time frame, which is 7 days from now. If not, I repeat, if not, we will take every means to get it done. We cannot end this briefing without thanking the Central Committee of Gambian Against Looted Assets, known as GALA, for their continued support to the family and the community of Mandinari. at large. We are grateful and may this relationship continue to prosper in good. Finally to Omar, to Omar Badjie, the late Omar Badjie. We are not there yet, but surely, inshallah, justice will call your name one day. Thank you all. Now, if you have any question, yes, you can ask.
Yes, my name is Binta Esja from Vessel Media.
Okay.
You mentioned that you are giving them 7 days.
Yes.
After the 7 days, if they don't do anything, you make sure you do everything to get it. Yes. What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is, after the 7 days period, we will come back here to the village and consult with my community. All right? And believe you in me. I repeat, believe you in me. If they don't act, what is going to happen? They will never like it. This village is I call it our state of hummus. We can stop people coming in this village. We can stop people from going out. We can do that. It's not a threat. But I'm telling the government to do the needful, to act on this report. That's what I mean by that. Hope your question is answered.
Thank you.
Yes? Any other question?
Yeah, my name is Shirip from Civil Press. Since after the inquest went out and then the government said it, you went to, from that duration up to now, were there any instances where government officials try to contact you guys to talk to you?
Never. Never. It never happened. That shows us how they take Gambians' life. This is a Gambian who lost his life. Even one life is important. Since that report came out, nobody consulted us from the government level, no senior official, and at the Ministry of Interior they have my contact. They have my contact, but nobody reached out. So to me, basically, it just shows me that they don't care. They don't care about Omar's life, but we do as a community, and we will do everything humanly possible to make sure that justice is served.
Yeah, so you wanted to take action against the state, should in case they fail to act on the coroner's inquest recommendations, right? What are the options in place that you wanted to follow? Whether to go in for a lawsuit or to go on the street like you did before?
We have so many options on our table. And the legal aspect, I'm not going to talk about that. We have to consult with our lawyer. He was supposed to be in this press briefing, but due to one or two things, he couldn't make it. All right? But all I can show you that we have so many options on our table to make sure that justice is served. Yes, I can definitely assure you that.
Yeah, I think not raise man ga kango to do man highlight ji ko mi ngi nga question be na be important la because mo jamal le be jube ro la nyin tembola dol bi je mini alon ko be men fokante ni mamoy comme Omar Badjie me alon ko e tumiro ke no police la ko telle tilimbali akala kiski suro keta kiski suro findita ye recommendation o ke ko mil benum ko nyin kono nyanta ke kitindile alia fo ko albe step tala ko to so step ñaadi lebe ja lefta mentala follow fulanjang wolem coming biring ni recommendation o findita government ya findini fangol ya itandi ko Omar la fa ay connection o sotole ningi yendi paro men kala no fo man sakunda to mo futatal male no ida kanaja fo jang family ma wala ka kolke ka ni ku ya itandi ko men findita to nyalem pour kal bolo sey
okay mbasta la ni la first question wala na 7 days le di man sakunda pour ñu recommendation o ñu min funtita ya respect ya buña recommendation o min fo yake. The second question be min kela ni ma respond nte wo fola ja bon se min tandila ko wala ñinti option jamal le bembulu mil ya lon ko di community of Mandinaring are ready to take it ni man sakunda man action ota. To answer your third question kabiri ñin report o bondi I as the youth leader, moment communicate, moment call from the government level, katandin nako okay, ngani report o jele, inshallah nyinna bekelam fanan stand. Amanke. So why attending telaleko? Man sakunda man care about a Gambian life. Me ya lonko afata molle bulu mil nyanta ka protect. Where will it attending tel?
So recommendation wala finto ni science mo sa fo what in din tale
2 weeks.
Muna la press conference o delay.
We were in the time wala DK lanu. The time wala DK because kabiri recommendation of funtita. Okay. Let us give them 1 week or 2. Maybe they are assessing the situation, going through the report to read it here and there. But that more than 2-3 days. This is just a one-page recommendation. It should not take the government to assess this and know what is in this. So more than that. But as a community, the discipline and the respect in us, wala tinanga wo time frame o dila. But a manke ko come like man option soto waran jote yatale wara the action tala no ka make soko ni recommendation o mimfo aike. No, one day man jote ya. All right, and we will make sure ni recommendation o mimfo I implement inshallah.
Baraka.
No, jama sa fogo masakunda lista ne kana ko nyaaji mi ila fango ko bojana ne ka deport. Dama ko lo la next option de ka ko kasdo bari.
When it comes to that, right now we have so many options on the table. No option all. An kan alfang batan di fangkan yini gawo. Nte o jabi na. No.
No, basically, like that's the last question here.
I okay.
I don't think they want to answer what are the next steps, so that should be okay. We don't push that.
Yeah.
That is dangerous to ask specific questions, right? So if you want to over what a job young scientist, well, I'll barrel like.
But it's atandilako. We have options, countable ones. But in for right now.
Kanekabi, ñene ka do be mbulle. Bari ala yake Umar Bantale. So foni nata pour kal hakke dane ali yam fu police wala falbe sonna.
Never. Wonene te kala. Wo wato tambitale. Laftale yalo mi atina mantara nyin kekam because of Omar Doro. Mba kekan ne it could be me. Asekeno nyinti. Asekeno Omar. Anita fanga asekeno text. Laftale president ye set. A president has to be set. In the history of the Gambia police force, no police officer has been sent to jail for committing murder or manslaughter. So after the president has said, good police all year long, they are not above the law. If they don't work in Gambia, ding all day. All right. So if you don't work in me, minke joining karo fata. Come on, the list is a minke law. Mari horo, hana mari kuke min mantara luaye konodola. Si luaye silo lelandi nyanta kapat nyami. So, police all balali, war is out of the question. Yeah, that will never happen.
Album Munekala, still.
So if nobody has another question for guys, I would like to. Umar is present here.
Yes.
Umar, from Gala, Gambians Against Looted Assets. Ngajele Alfelentinjang. Protest o men ketanu protest jamal keta jam follow kajele al katrejele maybe ning tumiro kita ko masakunda la mole tilimbali ake menla kajele al ne wolle ka trenyobulu always from mandinari jam protest follow kata fo food protest do men keta ji ani protest ko tengol men keta bi ibi janne yemune soto pour kafo from demand la warla family e men fo jang ko solota wolle la masakunda bu
Alright, Baraka Badjie, seeing Gambians Against Looted Asset to Yalajan, and Kela Yinkaro Jadi follow bring Omar Lapuketa. Omar la family na raka gala ke kafodi mu yaron ko ilata na bake and ni do ko ke bring a dula. So we have been part of this process, and we continue to be part of this process. We also nga jele nga ding youth soul mandina no youth soul ko jemen ka protest kaje ko we demand justice for Omar, but at that time also to ensure that the young people that were arrested whose only crime was to demand for justice for one of them that was brutally killed by the Gambia police force was addressed. So Gala continue to stand with the family of Omar Badjie, and we continue to stand in solidarity with the young people of Mandinari. And for us, the decisions don't come from us, the decisions come from the people. And as the people's movement, del kamun kedron wolem ka banko dimul sementu yende kaje ko ni wate la faka loke la balambaya idandi kaje ko demand justice and accountability until we stand by them. And wolem si yambi and mbafla coming Gala continue to stand with the family of Omar in demanding for accountability, and we continue to stand in solidarity with the young people of Mandinaring and the Gambian at large, because this is a Gambian issue coming journey of them. So Kuku Nimbi Jedrong, Gala is ready to pick up, and we not even to pick up, to continue from where we stop.
Yeah, here munesoto pour Gambia police force, yeah? Because specifically ika police will criticize back always, and nying felenting follow birakata coming statement we meet and police only denial ngaw jelenu recommendation kiskisuro keta recommendation of inter nataje ko reverse ya denial bar nata menje wolem ko me men fonu aning menketa if membo te fon bulu ko tenke to nyante isamuna fono ko do.
Well, I think the member for the Bubble Community is a systematic problem that na public officer katunya baliake ika wuliafo ikate kela casino kubuka laje, because niajibe bringing kokeda, and then also the police always need to be careful against community evidence. Community kokeda mol munyala wol ko teng ite bonita safero ko zakere ari tamata runje fo mole kibaru dila o mu kulere mu yalon ko manyana ka swala na masapunda kono masapunda nyanda ka bunda di mu yalon ko dan na yanya taradi mol temale an ni buka tonya fo molye e buka tani silo do e kal lan na yaji ne tinya ani moltina lale an ni mol man lele la nyato kayama na faso Gambia police fall that e dalta nyum nale ndeka mu fodon ko komi ngalom bring Omar Bantadrom e botar ya safe ko Omar fatal because of botar boyda bay say mudana bring kon corona report findida e mam bore ta safe say tonya mu findida wudam man say tani ko kaytani ko na Gambia police force manke tonya moti e manke mo trindindi alen trimbali ya mol lamoy. If that answer your question.
Yeah.
And they block people. And they block people. Let them explore. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Le mo be temple am be ma be taja. Le Gambia banko kana mo be temple. Mumu ma be tanin ko kono wala mumu mi alon ko abuli sita ni ko to jono de so la kata. Ko sate dum kel mi an ko fonnin kel ani fonnin ki bantala fonnin kel mo mi be temple am be ni. Especially fa nambala la tamin ke takala. E lodu la soto nyaka fofo no ku jamale yam ma koy ku jamala mi alon ko ala mol ma koy bakel ko biya ko tata nyim tembo. So nde diam kan ase family to yalla ni photo manual le bijam
Good.
okay nde diam kan wala to yalla so biti dola a fama bijane Omar fama bijane bara man tra kendi yare so photo mal bijane but yo kol ni be sendinte la pour nte se diam no family to yalla ise min fono je wala nyinte ko ntela diamo nyinte siala min bije wala nyinte ko ndol kabiru non to be lorin position on min to be lori wolto so mon be ñinin karola kabrin starting fo yam fo be kelal ba wala yam fo te kala ndolla pale ko ñi continue fo jandabe danna dame ko so be nga kala ndol ka ñin kele pour ñin kam ko kabrin starting nga ko ko man tara ñin ke kam kum ta fo ko inka kol kele Omar dammale ko samani yake modo la mi alon ko al alfa jikita te dammale de bori ka wol biya keta dula do ta keta dula do da jamal bi je mi ka ketal mo jamal ya kala bar bimbe kelo min to wala ñin ko sama kana fulanja den mo mi an ko ya kele lo ami be la rinje ko mi ñinta ngata ñanta ka kente ñame goto ñanta ka ke o mari ñu wolle ñame kana jibe ko amari uniform wala baba wala kudo ndol min be be sidin se uniform modum so sama nata ko ndanga uniform modum wala ndela moy uniform modum nata o maña sifa boto sande ba tala ñine kam ko wodo mi ya kenu akanata ñame te fanana mo ñanta kana la wala ñam so anda maña naka ke wonya niyo mu niyo le hani de nano le fata niyo la spécialité ya kalamta ko ila mo na finti ta banta moto ya take salam itala na pala wato le sita ñimbe mu wato le ana wadi wala wato na sita bar sai hada wadi wala wato e si modo bulo kon ko ka pare amari man na to nya fo e no wakon ko moli ya no ma fo san laba mo sambe tembo min do ko ñimbe na fotala ñanta ka fota dam yam fo e na no family ko to te yam fa no le to dame jang ko ko ñeta e fa e dandula soto den mobe ya lo muneketa den sama kana ke modo la wokker la ko nan kana ke so tol mi wollo do la to family ni yellondi wala kan ta tandim nako ni ne be kiri ko mi to la kala tentin nelen family dinke la bangot ko to mal bi janne se lono le se diam no le ko fengo fen alale ka di mo so ni ku do nata nan sani sama keta modo la bi mantoro le felo so me la fere na pour kata ka ko tan mi woddu la to so wolen to la wolen family ni ko di min dimmi ko nyimpi ko te yam fala ko daman tan kol nyim man senia yam fo nyanta kala wato minna wotambitale mo jamale en bolta nyin ko bari yam fo nyanta kala wato minna wotambitale san nin ko be yam fo kala sinin sama do bina kala bari akela min nyanta ke woyeke bam den sinama jibi hanna tara ko sama yam fo bina wotara ko kol senia kala den akela balu na ko sama de nin to nga nyinke nyine be kala ji sani yam fo keta san tente woto akela nyin san ela ko nya man na fa soto pour kasiba anda man na fa to fa man na fa ko na soto to nga bori ngo mimbe so suda til ngamra kari woro la bitambina ndunta min ko no mol mo mawlo do fa men mi mo mam fe mo fel lonji tangot mol bi jande mi yalon ko le ku jamal kalam taje gala bi je fonni kel bi jande fon kel kafun tanyo dal kafun tanyo ka fendi family la pour family c'est fam ma ko no min wo fen kilingo nyim make balura ngoti ma fo ko be balura nyinol baran ko ndingo min fata na to ko wala nyantole wolen be si jambi wala na nyinu nata nan jambi be ko ma soma be ko ma sene ni wulita bimbe wulila ni wulita sama be wulila so woda mal bentol to ja ye lodula min soton toli ma fo ko modol ma lodula soton bare lodula soton toli min ko nyaaje family nyaaya so bi ni wulita bimbe wulila sama ni wulita be wulila don nga wala soto pour family ni ne dinna pour ka di media
ite to
do mutu mani bajile dem dinni woni fama dindin
okay okay we now come to the end of this press briefing. I thank all the journalists, much more especially our brother here, Omar from Gala, because to be honest, he's an asset in this country, and all what he is doing, among the or any other thing, no. But our mindset in the dialogue, he is doing the right thing for this country, and any normal Gambian, any patriotic Gambian will never hate Omar because of what he is doing, to be honest. If you claim to love this country, this guy needs to be protected and he needs to be respected. So we definitely appreciate you and your entire team. So journalists all for now, Mbal Tentula, Mbal Jaila, despite it is Sunday, Alnyanta tarla sirinde with your family relaxing, baringal kumandi alnatanang. Family fanang be tentulam be jay lamba tandile lako. Mang Omar la ko tuje. Because I for one mo jama ya mira num fanko government enter corruptly because mo daga stage lo dami ya ko muka diamu ni ko. Due to the simple fact that ning ko be caught, you don't talk about it. Or don't entertain. Ramanke ko kom ye fenna dinna or they no, they cannot. This is my hometown that I was born here. Whatever affects this place affects me. So no amount of money or whatsoever can make me let go of this case. So, Mansakunda, I repeat, Mansakunda, do the right thing. Do the right thing. I'm using the word please, which I should not use, but do the right thing. 7 days ultimatum. We want to hear from you guys. 7 days.
Thank you very much.
Baraka. What for the mask? What thank? Wala sit.
I'll be sitting.
Come on, babe.